Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And I am not done talking about Sparks and this wonderful album, and where they kind of fit in, and where this fits in the whole grand scheme of things with the other albums. So I'm going to try to start with giving you just a general, compressed review of what I still feel about this album after listening to it a few times now, more than a few times, at least eight, seven, 8 times, and mostly in the earphones, because any Sparks albums, if you're not listening to it in the headphones, you are doing yourself a disservice. It's so yeah. I love the sounds of it. I love the whole vibe of it. I love all the songs like lyrically are top notch. Starting with "Do Things My Own Way," right off the bat, you're talking about independence. You're talking about, not compromising your integrity or your creative outflow. That they're doing it their own way, and they're knocking it out of the park. Number two on the UK charts. I mean, number one on a lot of other people's charts. It's a knockout punch, a sonic gut punch, as it says here in the back. So, Jan Sports Backpack, already I love like okay, I love how they're attacking the brand names of stuff in a way. They're saying, sometimes you're not the what you wear or what you support as a product. Sometimes, in this day and age, with the materialized world we live in, yeah, we can be associated with a certain brand name or a product, or Jansport being a song about a backpack, but again, that's just a little hook to get in there. It's nothing to do with the backpack. It's just that, just by calling it, Jansport Jack, it's just brilliant. But hit me, baby. Not what you think, get your mind out of it's such a great song. Again, running up a tab at the Hotel for the Fab is probably growing on me. My devotion, again, that is growing on me. I still love it. Um, okay, before as I continue, okay, I just want you to take another look at this. This is me ranking the songs from least best to best, okay? And I was just saying in the video that it's arbitrary. It's arbitrary. Some of these are so interchangeable. Um, I mean, if you look at the score, right? And for my other scoring, and I'll show you. Okay, everything's going to come together. I promise you. Just bear with me as I go through this. Here's what I did for Sparks Timber. Every single day of Sparks September, and I'll be doing the same thing again, but this time with much more, you know, information stored in there. Now, okay. I have to I have to explain this a little bit more clearly because you see discrepancies, of course. You see something that got a higher score, but it got lower because these numbers, okay, only factor in what I think of each song individually, you know, and then I add up all the numbers, okay, like with this here, I add up all those numbers, and then I divide it by the number of tracks. So, and that will come up for for Mad, that is, okay, that comes up for this as as a 9.750, okay, which, as you can see, right, the highest score that really I got was from FFS. All those songs individually were just super top notch. It got yeah, it had how many tens out of tens? 5 10 out of tens, but it just received a high score. And so, but yeah, but so far that got the highest score. So guarantee, okay. But what this, but you see that I'm kind of bypassing that score, right? And making propaganda, angst in my pants, number one in heaven, the three top ones, okay? This is this is amongst that, okay? Amongst that. But I need to do Sparks Timber. I need to do Sparks Timber to really give a gauge of where this, where Mad is going to land on there. It's high up. I mean, but I have such a love for propaganda, and Angst in My Pants is just so, so rock and roll, and so like I love the vibe of it so much. Number one in heaven is so hypnotic, and so well produced, and again, the whole concept of the album, it just, kind of tickles me in such a great way that I just love it. So, and then I've since doing Sparks Timber, I have gotten some newer album. I have gained some albums. I had gained, what was it? In Outer Space. I had gained, yeah, quite a few of these. I have gained since then. I might have to review a couple of my episodes from last year from Sparks Timber. I will be leaving a complete playlist of that down here at the end of the video for sure. But yeah, when it comes to that, that's got to be up there. It's got to be up there. But I can't. But as much as I love that, how do I knock number one in heaven, angst in my pants, and propaganda out of their positions? How can I do that with this? But it deserves to be in there because it's just as good as, it got the top score. It beat. And number wise, it beat Franz Ferdinand. Franz Ferdinand 9.625 and 9.750, the highest score. It really testifies to how awesome this album is. Okay, that's what I'm hoping this is going to signify to you, and give the guys, give the brothers a hand. You gotta give them some kudos. I have said already now a couple of times that the classiest band, artist, out there. I don't like. There's some classy acts out there. Don't get me wrong, but with the sheer talent and whimsical joy that these two guys bring to people, they are a class act, untouchable. That's just my, they're like, yeah, I can't even compare. So that's the extent of that. Okay, as you can see, the check marks, the red check marks, right, are the ones I own. So all I'm missing right now is Big Beat, Plagiarism, A Wolf from 2 Years Closing, Indiscreet, uh, Introducing Sparks, Little Beethoven, but that will be I will be getting that July 10th. That is the date. It says it's coming in. I thought it was going to be a lot earlier, but no, it's actually July 10th. Just to let you know, that is when I am expecting to get Little Beethoven. Then there's Terminal Drive, music you can dance to. Oh, I have Terminal Drive. That's right. No, sorry, I do have Terminal Drive. That was one of the newer ones I had gotten. But music I need, yeah, I need the last three here, and so yeah, yeah. I love my collection. I do. I do. I love everything about it. Even my handmade, balls cover for it. I had to I had to cover my balls. So yeah. So because otherwise it would have just been that, just that. But I was like, I'm an artist. I know how to do some stuff cool. As long as it has it says Sparks, it has balls on it. It doesn't need any other thing except for that, and then the names of the songs. That's all it needs. So I was happy with that. All right, it's 10 minutes in. I'm going to let you go. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. I just kind of wanted to show you. where everything placed in, give you another, like, my attitude and feelings towards this awesome album, and hope my enthusiasm kind of rubs off on you, and that you, if you haven't checked it out yet, you gotta. All right. Also, just for the love of it, of course, I also want you to, I'll leave them pinned down to the comments below, the three or four main channels of Sparks that I love, of course. main, um, Larry Graves and the Canadian Stud Muffin, both his channels. There's Monty Mullen and his Sparks Arts and Entertainment podcast site, which is awesome. And there's of course Paul Barrett with his Metasparks, deep dive analysis about the true meaning of those lyrics and what those songs mean. I love his videos. So always looking forward to new stuff from Monty Mullen and from Paul Barrett. Both of them are awesome, and hopefully maybe soon enough there, I wouldn't mind having a little get together with them, and talking about Sparks, and talk about Mad. Larry Graves said he would love to do that for me, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. All right, I am going to let you go now, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do, because I will greatly appreciate it and love you forever. Don't be afraid to hit that like button. Too many of you are afraid. And leave comments. I really do my best to answer everybody's comments, because I love hearing from you. I want you to tell me what you think of the album, and my ranking. And yeah, yeah, I haven't decided where to put it, but it's up there. Even if not first place, but again, how do I knock any of those three top ones out there? All right, I digress. Okay, anyways, everybody, please be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side, and have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.